Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There's a dating app for gamers. It's called Kippo. And, Kippo, well, I'm a gamer, but, this would have been great back in my single days. But I don't
There was no
now.
internet in your single days.
That's right. Actually, there was really no electricity in my single days, let's be honest.
Oh, smoke signals.
Yeah, we had that. Well, then we could have had some sort of app with smoke signals, but David Park is the CEO of Kippo. And as I said, he's got this dating app that's for gamers. And how about this? Even though he's the CEO, he still got stuck with the job of checking pictures sent between users of his app to make sure that no inappropriately sexual ones got through.
It's very Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon of the WWE, he will never ask any of his performers to do something that he's not willing to do. So that's what this guy's probably trying to say. Hey, look, you don't want to look at dongs. I'll take care of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be somebody, though. I think there's got to be somebody on the payroll that wouldn't mind looking at dongs.
Vicky, apparently.
All right, well, there you go.
That sound.
So, if I'm getting them anyways, I might as well get paid to, find them.
That's a really good, that's a good attitude, Vicky. Yeah. You're absolutely right. They're coming my way anyway, but if you're going to give me a nickel for each one.
Oh, if it's like golf balls, you know how they have the golf ball collector and it's like each ball you could get some money in return for. If each dong you find on this app, you get X amount of dollars, sign me up. I'm looking for dongs all day long.
Oh, flag that.
We
for money.
Flag that.
For money.
Yeah. Make sure you include that in the flagging. I don't want
I'm still looking for dogs all day long for money is still also not the greatest thing to have flagged. But if you want, we'll flag it for you, buddy.
Yes, thank you.
All right, there we go.
I have a reputation to uphold, BJ.
You know what? Steve is not a man that's cheap. Okay, he is high. You gotta be able to afford this guy.
I'm gonna look at dongs. I'm doing it for $1, brother.
So David Park, the CEO of Kippo, who is looking for dongs on his own dime, explained the whole process in some TikTok videos.
I work at a dating app, and every morning I wake up and I get on the computer and I have 238 penises to review. That's my job. Basically, anytime a user tries to upload a photo, we have an AI that checks if it's not safe for work or not. And if it thinks it is, it will place it into quarantine, and I will double check it in the morning to make sure if there actually is a dong in there or not. 99.99% of the time, it's a yes.
Oh, 99.9. It's his favorite radio station and his favorite, percentage of dongs.
Talk about Morningwood. I mean, that's just morning long. And that's pretty interesting that they have an AI technology. It's like, right? That's not, how much does it suck though if it just turns out it's just like a picture of me and they're like, wow, we flagged you for being a dong just because of how you look.
Oh my God.
That'd be
I see. That would be,
like a bald guy.
You're just a Richard is basically what it is. You just show up. It's like, you're either you're bald or you're just a jerk. You always just show up as a Richard.
Dude, because I was looking at this, there's a story on Como's website, and it was like one of their offbeat news stories. It said, Greek police recover an ancient statue of exceptional artwork. And so they show the picture of this artwork, And I don't know if you show it to BJ. It looks like a giant dong. And I'm like, well, that's probably why it's exceptional.
Whoa. Yeah, that is very exceptional. Damn. Doesn't it? That looks like the thing that dude had in Wonder Woman so he could grant everybody's wishes.
Yeah, kind of.
It really does.
Huge mule.
Yeah. That huge mule looks like it has abs.
Well, you know.
Well, it's been working out.
Yeah.
It is Greek, I mean, it's got to look good like Hercules.
Yeah, some guy stole that. Like, why would you steal that?
Why wouldn't you steal that?
Come on, Steve. If it's an ancient work of art and it's a dong, of course you're going to steal that.
And it actually looks like it's a body, but just the way that the picture's set up, it looks like a wiener.
That is an ancient work of art right there. You know what? Even back then, we had dong lovers. Even back then. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, that sucks for that guy. He's the CEO of a company, and that's how he has to spend hundreds of dongs.
Yeah, well, like you said, like Vince McMahon, you know what? He's like, look, I'm not going to ask anybody. That's also tough to ask somebody in this HR age that we're in. How do you ask somebody, look, your job is to go looking for dongs? I don't know if anybody. I think you kind of have to take it on.
Yeah, that is a very uncomfortable conversation to have with one of your coworkers. Like, hey, I need you to take care of this, and this is what's up. You're right. Like that's really an impossible question to ask someone these days.
I've asked Vicky to do a lot of things for me, but that's one thing that I have not asked her to do. It's like, Vicky, would you mind just checking the radio station for dongs? I just don't want any dongs in the building.
I mean, you kind of did ask me to do something.
Oh, yeah, that one time for Sarah. That's right.
Whoa. What happened?
So I think Sarah was getting a room painted and they were moving all the stuff out. And there was a specific drawer in her dresser that she told BJ that he could not look into. And so I did. Yes, it had all kinds of goodies.
The old double D there.
Yeah, and that was it. But even those weren't real. I mean, they weren't there wasn't a guy attached to them, as far as I know.
No, but
that would be awkward if you open up a drawer and there's just a guy in there.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, you're not Sarah.
No, I'm Bob.
Man, this is the way my brain works. Now I'm thinking, which radio station do you think receives the most pictures of dongs?
Oh, it's got to be. Oh boy, that's a time.
Try the sound, right? The sound.
Oh yeah, so it's light hits.
Yeah,
get you going. Absolutely right. I feel really bad for John Fisher because I think he's the only one that's got to go through them all. Right?
Oh dear.
I think it's us, isn't it? Us?
No, there's not a chance.
No way.
It's got to be a top 40 station,
right?
Or country.
Yeah,
you think country.
I think country.
Like what? Play some Florida Georgia line. Here's my wiener.
Yeah. Hey, that sounds about right. Yeah. I can see that happening.
All right. I mean, well, you get down the hall and ask, and
hey, Emily, do you guys get the most pictures of dongs? How many do you guys get?
I'll ask her.
Don't.
No. First of all, I don't think it would be Emily's job. We'd probably have to ask Joe.
Slow Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I think Slow Joe, I think it would have to be his job. I mean, if I know anybody that would get stuck with it, would be Slow Joe.
But I feel like it would probably be like a radio station that has a lot of female personalities. Yeah. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. Next time we're at the convention, we'll
ask that.
Yeah, we'll ask Rula. We'll ask Rula. Rula should know. Rula's got a big show in Houston. I wonder if that's a thing that happens to her.
And they have a lot of females on their show. They probably get all the dongs. Yeah. They probably get all the dongs from Houston.
Get all the dongs. You get a dong. You get a dong. You get a dong.
Oh, it's like Oprah.
Now I feel like Vicky's in a competition. Vicky, if people are getting more than you, then you know what? That's not good. You want to be a champ.
Wow, they just opened up the floodgates.
She's just one woman against a sea of other, maybe a station full of 8 women.
I also don't know that she wants to win that competition.
There is no winner,
right? No one's a winner.
No
one's a winner there.
No.
All right. Well, how about this ancient statue? Maybe you'd like that instead as a parting gift. We got a man that stole a police car while he was being arrested for stealing a police car. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Migs report for you at 6:18.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks to Kia Up You All for giving us the Migs Report. And today's a day to enjoy a nice stiff one.
Oh, really?
It's National Cocktail Day.
All right.
Ah, nice.
All right, so you had to pick. You only have one cocktail. What cocktail are you going to be drinking? Vicky.
I'm going with a Kentucky Mule.
Ooh, okay, what is a Kentucky Mule?
It's
That
like-
sounds naughty.
It's like a vodka mule, but with whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Much tastier.
I don't know, man. I'm a vodka kind of guy, so I think I'm going to stick with the Moscow Mule.
Yep.
Good choice.
But that's not my cocktail of choice. I think I would go simple because I'm a basic bitch. I'm just going vodka tonic. Bunch of lime in it. That'll make me happy. All right, Danny.
Whiskey sour, of course.
A whiskey sour.
I love whiskey and I love lemon. So the two of them together, delicious.
A match made in heaven. All right, Rev.
I'm going to go with peanut butter jelly time.
Ooh, the peanut butter vodka? Or,
Yep.
Not vodka, whiskey.
Yeah. The screwball whiskey.
Screwball whiskey.
With a strawberry puree.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, wow.
So good.
All right, BJ.
I've never had one of those before. You guys know me. You know my drink.
Rum and diet.
That's it, buddy. I mean, if I have to only have one, I mean, I was, I was thinking Bloody Marys, but it's like, I'm going to have to miss them.
Yeah, Bloody Mary. You really can't spend a whole night enjoying Bloody Marys or a whole
no, you
morning.
really can't.
Like after a couple, you're good.
Yeah.
What about a good old pina colada?
Ooh. Yeah.
That was my mom's favorite drink. She would get drunk on pina coladas.
They're so sweet, though. Like, I could, I don't know if you can do, how many of those can you do?
Well, my mom was a lightweight, so,
Oh, yeah.
Now she's not a lightweight. She's a heavyweight because all she does is drink Jack Daniels.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. Retired life, man. She's hardcore.
Oh, wow.
It's also National Cheese Steak Day, so maybe put that in a drink. I don't know.
Cheesesteak is
Yeah.
good. Man, you should have led with that.
I mean, alcohol's good too.
I know.
It's also
but
National Chocolate Covered Raisins Day. I could have led with that one. A good old raisinette. Can't go wrong.
Nice. Wow, Raisinets. When was the last time I had one of those? Man, a long time.
Speaking of treats, want to give a big shout out to Vicky's dad, Juan, who just hooked me up with a gigantic Costco-sized box of Welch's fruit snacks. 90 pouches are in this bad boy.
That's a large box.
Yeah, that surely is. And again, still nothing for me.
You're on a diet, remember?
Yeah,
Sarah gets mad at me when I bring treats.
Yeah, that's exactly why your father is not giving me a large box
I
of
told him
whatever I
no.
like.
And you don't
Yeah.
appreciate Juan like I appreciate Juan. And also shout out to Vicky. She hooked up little baby Tatum with a nice little unicorn dress.
What the hell's going on? Everybody gets something except me.
Everybody, it seems like just me. Today's my special day. You guys got me nothing for my birthday, but you hooked me up today.
Well, yeah.
This is let's pretend it's your half birthday.
Sure.
That's it.
Sure, yeah, why not? All right, let's talk about this guy. He's in his 30s, and he's in Quebec, Canada, and he decided to steal a police car on Monday afternoon. So the cops are trying to find this guy. They spot him. They get into a chase with the guy. He ends up crashing into a concrete barrier. They're able to try and arrest him, but he gets away. And what does he do? He stole their police car.
Nice.
And that led to another chase. And this time when they caught him, they arrested him, so he wasn't able to pull off the trifecta and steal a third police car. I kind of wish he was, though.
He's a special boy.
I just like this story because of the headline. I just think it's funny. It says, smugglers were busted with gold hidden under their toupees.
Yeah,
that'll work.
That's one way to, I guess, hide gold. They were at an airport in India. The police got a little bit suspicious, and they're like, I don't know, these guys seem a little, something's wrong with these dudes. And They searched their wigs and found gold. More than $382,000 worth of gold.
I don't know what's more embarrassing. I mean, the fact that they would see that I had a toupee on, that they would notice.
Right? Like, something seems weird about your hairline, boys.
Yeah. I mean, you're very shiny today, sir.
And all the gold wasn't underneath their hair. That would have been a lot of gold, but they had it in other parts of their body.
Oh,
I'm not sure what other parts of their body.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of parts of their body, a couple in Florida were arrested because, well, they were doing something on a park where the woman was singing into the man's microphone in broad daylight.
Oh, well, look at this.
And it was at the Veterans Memorial in Largo Central Park in Florida.
She's just saluting her country.
They found her on her back, and my bad. She wasn't speaking in front of his microphone. He was speaking into her.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
Megaphone, sure. I don't know. I don't know what the.
Oh,
my bad. I just assumed that was wrong of me. I'm sorry.
Oh, so he was okay. So he was being a good American.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, exciting news! Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Speaking of eating things, he's going to eat the ear off of Evander Holyfield once again. They're going to be boxing on May 29th. Mike Tyson made the announcement yesterday.
I just want everybody to know, the fight is on with me and Holyfield. And Holyfield's a humble man, I know that. And he's a man of God, but I'm God's man. And I'm going to be successful May 29th.
He's a man of God, but I'm God's man.
Yeah, that's,
I think you say, I'm God.
I love how he says that Holyfield's a humble man, and then he goes, and I'm God's man. And it's just like, yeah, I guess you're not the humble man. It is Holyfield.
Just in case you were wondering, Mike's 54 years old. Evander Holyfield, 58 years old.
Oh, yes.
I'll watch it. Wow. I enjoyed the last Tyson fight. I'll watch this one again. As long as Snoop Dogg's doing commentary.
Yeah, that has to happen. But this is the senior tour of boxing. That's for sure.
Yes. I just feel like at some point something bad is going to happen and they're going to have to stop doing these.
Yeah, they're going to break it. Someone's going to break a hip.
Yesterday, exciting news for the Seahawks. Made another acquisition. They signed Kerry Hyder, defensive end from the San Francisco 49ers, who played really well last year. They signed him for a lot of money. $16.5 million deal, 3 years. And I guess an upside of 17.5. But this is a guy that a lot of people are speaking very highly of. He's not a very recognizable name, but he did some good work with San Francisco, so hopefully he'll continue to do so with your Seattle Seahawks.
And you're saying that's 16.5 mil, is that for one season?
3 years.
Oh, for 3 years.
Yeah.
All right.
They also re-signed Benson Mayowa, so that was a good thing. While we were off, they re-signed Chris Carson. So things are happening with the Seahawks.
Oh, we got Carson back?
Yeah, Carson's back.
Wow.
I'm seeing Russell Wilson tweeting, excited for all these new acquisitions, the re-signings. So it seems like it's confirmed he's staying with the Seahawks. I don't know.
Hey, let's see. He's just, maybe he's excited for the next guy. Let's let you know what I mean. Who knows?
Setting it up for the next dude. That's exactly what he's doing. And BJ, I know you're a big baseball fan. I don't know if you remember the guy by the name of Alex Bregman. He's one of the guys that got in trouble with the whole cheating scandal with the Houston Astros.
Yep.
I just love this. So he's playing in a game against the Marlins during spring training, and a security guard for the Marlins, while he was at bat, kept banging on a trash can to troll the guy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Someone even put, what a time to be alive. A member of the ballpark security team over at the stadium wearing an official polo with security and big letters on the back just spent Alex Bregman's entire plate appearance banging a trash can before every pitch. Bregman struck out looking.
That's fantastic. Pro tip, by the way, for Mariners fans, when the Red Sox come to town, Alex Cora, their manager, is the guy that was banging on the trash can. He was the trash can banger for the Astros in those years. So I say, every time the Red Sox come to town, just taunt the hell out of Alex Cora.
As far as weather, 48 degrees, is going to rain today. Thank you, Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical, for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
I love that. I love that. You know what? I mean, there's got to be a price to pay for that World Series, sir, and that's it.
Somebody had a very important question via text for you, BJ.
Oh, I'm ready.
Actually, I guess for everybody in the room. Did any of you guys watch Zack Snyder's Justice League? If so, what did you think?
Oh, yes. I watched it. Anybody else?
I'm still watching it right now. It's been going on for... Actually, yes. I watched the entire movie.
Really?
Whoa.
Wow.
My wife, too.
What?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't watch it in one night. It took us 3 nights to watch it.
Yeah, it took me like 3. I think it took me 3 nights as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know about you guys. Okay, I'm curious to see what you guys think, but I'm obviously not as big of a fan as you guys of this world of comic books. But that first hour, I almost gave up. That was so freaking boring. And then after that, it was awesome.
Yeah, there was, I would say that was my experience. I almost gave up on it, but I thought I'm going to watch this all the way through. And it did, it got good once they said, okay, we're all going to get together and figure stuff out now.
And I get why the beginning was boring. They had to develop the characters. I understand that, but man, it just took forever. I was like, and why the hell is with freaking Wonder Woman, every time she does anything, you have to have that weird, like, chanty woman voice going on in the background.
It just follows her around everywhere. She's got a boombox in the back. And she just hits play and then walks into the room.
Those are her sisters, man.
Oh, yeah. It's like, okay, I get it.
Those are her sisters, man. It's the Amazonians giving her power, supporting her from the back.
I'm not going to lie. I wish I had a noise specific to myself whenever I walked into a room. It's like, ta-da!
Yeah, because sometimes you're playing on your phone and all of a sudden you hear that sound. I'm like, oh, Wonder Woman's on the screen. Look up. Sure as ass. There's Wonder Woman kicking ass.
Yeah. Zack Snyder makes some interesting choices, that's for sure. But you didn't like the beginning. Again, this is a 4-hour extravaganza, so not to like the beginning is like what, an hour, 2 hours of it? How much of it did you not like?
It was about an hour. I think once they got past the slower moving parts, and then it was a pretty fun film.
Yeah, it was better than what they gave us. But again, the guy had 4 hours to work with, so you better hope it better be better.
I thought Superman was pretty cool in this one.
And that was the nice thing that he got to fix, because the Superman stuff in the original movie was just horrible. So it was nice that they fixed that.
I know my wife's like, I like the Superman guys. We should go back and watch the Superman movies. I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, there's a new show on if you want to give it a try. I don't know. Superman and Lois. It's not going to be as cool as that Superman, but you guys might like it because it's Superman trying to raise a family.
I think she was just digging Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah.
You should really watch The Witcher and pay no attention to the dialogue. Just watch Witcher.
Wow, that just happened.
Well, that review doesn't make me want to watch it.
I'm telling you for her.
Well, I'm not going to pass that on to my wife. Why do I want to watch
Steve,
this?
you're going to really hate this show that's based in fantasy with a very hot guy that your wife is going to lust over.
And the timelines are all messed up.
Yeah, and a show that's hard to follow. Like, literally, you have to go talk to somebody. What the hell's going on here?
So I'm glad to hear it, Karen. I'm watching. I was just about to give up because it's so boring. I'm glad to hear that the movie picks up. It does. I thought the ending was great.
Yeah. The ending was cool. It was a better ending than the first one, and they got to add some more people, so that you at least got to see basically the Thanos of the DC universe, which was kind of cool.
Rev, you would have been mad at my wife. My wife actually thought, she's like, is that the Ring guy? I'm like, oh man. I'm like, no, that's Thanos. And I explained it to her, and she's like, Rev would be very upset with me, wouldn't he? I'm like, he would be furious with you.
No, it would just give me a chance to nerd-splain to her for like 4 hours.
Then she'd be mad at you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we're going to talk about it on BJ Shea's Geek Nation sometime, either Friday or Monday or Wednesday of next week, I'm sure.
Dandy, did you like the movie?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking about Titanic? I watched that again this weekend.
Rev, you watched it. You like it?
I have not watched it yet.
What?
Because there are so many people who are like, well, if you like this thing, it'll be for you. And then everybody else just pooed on it. So I'm like, I can't spend 4 hours of my life. Now, I'm going to try to watch a little bit today and see where I go with it.
Well, we have to. Are we going to wait a little bit and not talk about it? Because we usually have a 2-week window with the podcast, but are we going to have a bit of a spectacular?
Well, we'll maybe do a spectacular down the road. We'll do some impressions. I mean, you've seen it, so I know you'll want to talk about it, and I'll watch some of it so I can talk about
Vicky.
Who's doing the Wonder Woman impression? Yeah. I vote for Vicky.
Yeah. Wow, hey, Steve, if you asked anybody on this, who would have watched it, I don't think I would have picked you. I would have picked Rev or Vicky over you, but yeah, you watched it and I watched it.
What'd you think about the screen thing? Because at first I was confused, and thankfully I went on Twitter to because I thought my TV was messed up, because I'm like, what the hell's going on? Am I supposed to watch this on an old TV? Because it was like the old ratio.
Oh, yeah, the 4:3 aspect. Yeah.
I heard was that when Snyder, when he originally had the idea or whatever, he shot it for an IMAX.
Yeah.
And that's when, and those are a lot taller, sort of like bringing back the days of the old TVs.
More boxy.
Yeah, it was okay. I got used to it because, well, I've been frankly watching a lot of old shows lately. So it was like, oh, I'm watching one of my old shows. But when you can fill up a TV, it sucks that you can't. You know what I mean? It really sucks that you have like these big black lines on, the left and right of your screen. You're kind of like, whoa, I don't like this.
Yeah, one person said that. Yeah, that 4:3 picture aspect pissed me off.
Yeah.
I watched another show that maybe you like, BJ.
Oh, what's this?
And we only made it halfway through the episode, but I like it, so I think we're going to continue to watch it when my wife's awake. That was a Doom Patrol.
Oh my God, you watch Doom Patrol?
Oh my gosh, Steve, you're becoming a nerd.
Whoa!
Damn it.
Steve, that to me, I think that might be just, I mean, look, it goes down roads. I don't know how long you guys are going to give it, but it is a quirky, weird, but really, I think your wife is going to tell your wife to just keep, to pay attention to Jane, because I know what your wife went to school for. And, I think your wife went to school for mental health and stuff, right?
Yeah, marriage and family therapy.
Yeah, tell her that she's going to dig Jane then, because Jane's character is amazing. And I can't believe you watched that, and you're actually maybe watch it again.
Well, dude, when you have Brendan Fraser in a sex scene, you got me sold. What the hell's going on here?
Whoa, spoiler, buddy.
Well, here's the... I guess
I need to watch it now, huh?
Vicky, what prediction? How many episodes before Steve bails?
No,
because he's only at the beginning.
Steve or his wife fails. Because I feel like Steve would continue watching this because it's just so weird, but... his wife might go, there's a few moments where I don't think she'll like it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Brendan Fraser. And it was weird because I don't remember, the last time I remember Brendan Fraser was younger. So it was this weird jump. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him in so long. So all of a sudden I was a little put off. I'm like, what the hell happened to Brendan Fraser? I'm like, oh, what happens to all of us? Old age.
Yeah.
He ages.
Right.
That's awesome. Well, later on in the show, I'll have to tell you what I watched, Steve.
Oh.
Because you'll be happy about what I watched. That's a little tease that only you and I are going to care about.
I bet you it's not wrestling.
Oh, yeah, you watch SmackDown?
I said, well, we don't have time. We'll talk about it later. All right? Just bring it up to me. Just remind me, because you know me, I forget stuff. Yesterday, Steve did get this one wrong.
What South American mammal resembles a small llama?
What South American man?
Mammal.
Oh. I was like, what? A goat?
No.
Sheep?
No.
Camel?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The answer was alpaca. Yes, alpaca was what we're looking for. If you're looking for a shot at beating Steve, well, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We'll play Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.